Alrighty, hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better. Sorry, it went silly. Let's cancel that. Go here. Your channel. And let's try that now. Let's see if that's any better. You know what? I put it on social media and everywhere, but I'm not going to go back and bore you guys with that. I will put the link in here. See if that sounds better. Okay. Oh, hold on, guys. I got to pause. My son's tooth fell out. 1 second. Let me see. It came out. Oh, good. Okay. Hold on, guys. I got to pause. My son's tooth fell out. Yay. Got it right here.
Did it break off even?
I don't have your phone. I can't tell. It's cute. It's adorable. Your blood. Hey, high five. Your tooth came out. Yay, Norby, I'm so excited. All right, guys, I'm sorry about that. My son's tooth fell out. So we're all excited. Um, let's see if we can get this going here. All right, guys, sorry about that. My son's tooth fell out. Oh, we're all excited. All right, so at least the audio is working, right? Let me get this link. See if we can get this going. We'll close Brave. Well, I want to leave Brave open. All right, audio's working. Errant Dragon, how's it going, man? Sounds much better. Yeah, for some reason, every time I start a live stream or something like that, it goes silly. I apologize, my little guy's in the background. It's a monumentous occasion. His tooth fell out, so we're all excited. So hopefully, I'll if someone could give me a big hand and post this link in Discord and on my Facebook page, that'd be great. That would help out a lot. I'm gonna put it on my Discord. Because this was the wrong, because the audio was all jacked. So I apologize profusely. Seems like I can never get it right for whatever reason. Delete message. Yes, I want to delete it. I wish Discord wouldn't give you that stupid. I know. My son is all excited. My tooth fell out. So as you can see on the screen there, I posted earlier today. Davis Jarvis put out an update about Interface Zero 3.0, and he's done a player's guide and I think it's a world guide. I want to make sure I've got the terminology right. Interface Zero, the Game Master's Guide. So, a player's guide and the Game Master's Guide. It's two separate PDFs. It's on DriveThruRPG. Use my affiliate link. As a matter of fact, let's go here. Let me get my I'm an idiot. I am having a hard time. I'm discombobulated here, guys. But I got my affiliate link. I'm gonna put it in the chat for those people who don't have it. That's my affiliate. I can't spell either. Well, I'm from Brooklyn, so that kind of tells you something right there. Affiliate. I can't type. Jesus, I'm afloat. How do you spell affiliate, internet? That's, you know what? What I need is a moderator. I really need someone to sit beside me here and or on the internet and help me get all this stuff. All the YouTubers got one of those guys now. Unfortunately, I'm poor and can't pay anybody, so there's that part. So it looks like we got 5 people watching. So thank you if you're watching, hit the chat there and say hi. I love to interact with you guys. That is what the whole point of this is. But I wanted to, and there is a delay. There's about a 10-second delay. So I think I can close my tablet. I don't think I need that going anymore. I've got it going on the PC. I got the volume turned down, and it sounds like everybody can hear me. So I hope everything is okay. Uh, yeah, Eric Dragon. I think we just got. I assume you did the Kickstarter. What you want, buddy?
It'd be so hard.
Oh, I don't have it. Oh, I do have some. Mommy, can he have licorice? Nope. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm in the doghouse, guys. I was supposed to brush teeth, and I started recording. Brad Goblin Scribe, what's up? Love IZ 2.0. Use the crap out of it for my sci-fi savage setting. So there's the book right there. You know what? I can't see what I'm doing. Bah, there we go. There's 2.0. It was quite a hefty tome. I did back this on Kickstarter. I didn't find out about Interface Zero until they were in the process of kickstarting 2.0, and then I realized, my God, this is an awesome setting, and it's Savage Worlds, and it was right in the middle of my Savage Worlds kick where I was pretty much getting everything Savage Worlds that I could get. I have Zeeks, which is their psionics supplement, which is really good. And to tell you what, their decking rules, their internet or matrix, whatever you want to call it, cyber deck rules were so good that Pinnacle said, use these rules. That's how good they were. And they still are good. He's made some tweaks to it, but what I've read is still pretty good. But so I bought all the first edition interface stuff that I could get. And unfortunately, I found most of it. I had to buy it on PDF through drive-through because the books were kind of few and far between. I did physically get Zeke's, uh, but I think that was 2.0. I'm not sure. Uh, I think that was Zeke 2.0, but it might have been 1.0. I think I found a physical copy of 1.0. I don't think they redid Zeke's 2.0, but if they did, let me know if you guys have it. But then about a year ago or 8 or 9 months ago, I got this bad boy in the mail, and it's quite a chunky tome. Now you can see it's almost like that digest size. You know, it's a little bit smaller than the core book. You can see it fits, but it's a little bit thicker. I'm going to put 2.0 away, but this is a fantastic book. This is still very usable. It's not suede. It's not the newest edition, but it's easy enough to convert, and it's phenomenal. So if you don't feel like waiting, if you didn't back the Kickstarter and you want it now, I did put my drive-through RPG link in there, and the books are available on drive-through RPG. Please use my affiliate link. It helps out the channel, and you can get the 3.0 books, the Game Master's book and the Player's Guide. And I think that's been updated to 3.0, meaning like beta or whatever he called it. Oh, I don't know. I had this thing sitting off to the side. It wasn't even clicked on me. Did my audio go south? Oh, I've got this set to stay on top. I'm just checking the notes here. I got my audio turned down. I don't know why it's making sounds. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, I got this set to stay on top. Okay. Sounds like I'm okay. Okay. Thanks, Solo RPG guy. Welcome to the chat, man. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Sorry, I'm getting some feedback or something. But what I wanted to do tonight, real quick, this was very impromptu. I didn't make any good. Alan, hey buddy, Larry, good. I'm glad it sounds good. Goblin says 2.0 was so good. Still use it. Meshes well with Suede with not much effort. Yeah, I think pretty much they condensed some skills. They took away charisma in Suede, and that's really about it. I think. I mean, I know there's some other changes. They took away some talents or some edges and hindrances and added some and stuff like that. They cleaned it up quite a bit. I love Suede. I have yet to play it, believe it or not. So maybe we got to get a game online someday, Goblin. That would be cool. I love playing Suede. I love GMing it. I love playing it. It's one of the few RPGs where I like to play it as much as I like to GM it. And I'm not really a player. Uh, sorry, I got to get the knots out of the old beard there. I took a big shower. Um, let's see. So unfortunately, for whatever reason, my chat didn't pop out, and I don't want to restart the stream a third time because that would just annoy me. And you can't. Can I pop? Oh, I can pop it out. Oh, excellent. So I can minimize this. I don't need to see my ugly mug. I know what I look like. Ugly. Uh, I'm going to close Discord. This is the preferred way to chat with me right now is through the chat because I don't want to try to keep track of 6 different things. That's just annoying. I don't know where this music is coming from. I have something playing in the background and I do not know what it is. So Nagash, we wanted I don't know where that's coming from. That's so funny. I don't know if I'm picking up on somebody else's stream. Uh, that's really weird. That is bizarro. Um, and now I think I lost restore chat. There we go. Pop chat out. There we go. So we will minimize this and yeah, that's muted. Oh, there was another window going in the background. Okay, that clears it up. Uh, Brad says yes to an online game. The question is, Brad. Brad is the owner operator of Goblin Scribe Game, who's an indie publisher. So I value his opinion quite a bit. There's a other bunch of cool people in here. Interwebs Ghost. It was a somehow I opened a secondary browser and it obviously Brave. I use Brave as an internet browser and it remembers the last site you went to. So it was so I was watching some video and it okay, cool. Thank you, Solo RPG guy. I appreciate that. He's saying that whatever was playing, only I can hear it, which is great. I turned it down, so it's no big deal. I found what the culprit was. There was a second browser window open that was playing the YouTube channel. I was like, what the hell is going on? So, Interface Zero, David Jarvis is a phenomenal guy. And I wanted to bring a little presence to this because if you haven't heard of Interface Zero for Savage Worlds and now for Suede, it's gone through every iteration of Savage Worlds. It's stayed pace. Uh, David Jarvis is a phenomenal guy. He's a super nice guy. I would love to get him on the channel and interview him, but his health is really been poor. And for the last, I think 3 years, he's been really struggling with a lot of issues. And I've talked to him once or twice via email, and he just comes across as a super nice guy. And like I said, I fell in love with his products completely by accident. I was in a used game store when I lived in Phoenix. We had a store called Bookman's, and it was like a used, you could buy CDs and DVDs. It still exists. It's still there in Phoenix, and I think they've got a couple different locations all throughout northern Arizona, and I think part of southern Arizona. But anyway, the point being is I found a softback book called Zeke's, and and the cover grabbed me. It was a really cool cover, and I was like, "Wow, this looks like Shadowrun." I'm not a Shadowrun fan. I love the world of Shadowrun. I don't like the mechanics of Shadowrun, and so it hooked me right away, And I bought it, and then I was like, "Oh, now I'm on a quest to find the rest of these books." And so I did find a couple. I think, sadly, I do not have a first edition copy of Interface Zero. I think it was released as a softback glue bound book, and I don't think I ever got a physical copy. I do have the PDF copy. I was able to buy it off of drive through. And like I said, now, and we had Interface 2.0, which I've shown. Phenomenal, awesome. If you don't have this, I highly recommend you pick it up. It is very usable, as Goblin Scribe said. And it is next to Hellfrost, it is my favorite Savage World setting. It's that good. Zeke's, he really is. Nothing bad to say about him from my experience with the IZ 2.0 Kickstarter. Yeah, totally agree, Brad. I also backed 2.0 when, of course, I found out about 1.0, and then I saw they were having a Kickstarter, and so I backed it and I got the core book. And then he was nice enough when he did the 3.0 Kickstarter that if you were a previous backer of 2.0, you could get the two core books, the Game Master's Guide and the Player's Guide for $30. That's a phenomenal steal because I mean this book alone, he doesn't have a price on here. That's weird. Well, this is the player's guide. The GM's guide is not out yet. He's still working on it. I think you can get it as a PDF. Shaintar by Sean Patrick Fannin is, I forgot, let me reiterate. Shaintar is my number one favorite Savage World setting. Unfortunately, it is a dead setting. SPF did the Kickstarter. It was horribly managed. He even admits that. For fantasy, yes, Alan, you are correct. It is my number one favorite setting for Savage Worlds. Number two, and I think tied with number two would be Interface Zero and Hellfrost. Iggy, Paul Wade Williams does Wiggy. Amazing, phenomenal work. SPF Sean Patrick Fannin did amazing work on Shaintar. It was, I mean, one of my all-time favorite settings. But he dropped the ball and things were horribly delayed and it was just a nightmare. And he's not good at organization and stuff like that. And he turned it over too late to other people to manage it. And so, but now I did do a minor little interview with him. I think some people caught it. I think we were live one night, and he's pretty much said that Shaintar is dead. He's let it go. He's put it to pasture, and nothing new will ever come out for it. Errant Dragon, you're right. Titan Effect is really good. I did interview the creator. I think it's Christensen or Christoph. I can't remember his name right now. It's on the top of my tongues. In fact, I have the Titan Effect. I have the Titan Effect book, and it's really good. And in fact, if you're a Titan Effect fan, go check the Facebooks because he just put out a free like one shot. Brad's asking, the deluxe Hellfrost is great too. Did they update it? I am not aware. I think Wiggy has kind of abandoned Hellfrost. He's making a ton of money off of like card games and like little board games. So he seems to be found his niche where he's happy. And I don't think there's anything new coming for Hellfrost. The last thing I got for Hellfrost was the religious book, and it was a softback book. It's very nice. It's very well done. And I did get the adventure cards and the GM screen. And I know he did put out the deluxe book of all the maps. Yeah, I don't think Hellfrost got updated, but it's a phenomenal. If you're new to the channel or you're new to the stream and you haven't played any Savage Worlds, I highly recommend you give it a shot. I personally don't think Savage Worlds is very good for a campaign play. It's great for a one shot or like a 3 or 4 session game where you take a break from like Pathfinder or D&D or whatever you're playing, and then like a palate cleanser for your GM and the players, and then you go back. I keep looking over here because I'm looking at the chat. I need to move this over to this screen. I apologize, guys. I'm not ignoring you. Um, I think I think it's a great palate cleanser. It's a short term campaign. They do a lot of plot point adventures, which are made to be run in a few sessions, and you go from there. And I think it's really good for that. As far as like a long term campaign, I don't think it works very well. That's just my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I love Savage Worlds. I think it's a phenomenal system. I like the rules, but uh Errant, I didn't know about Darwin's World for Suede. If you've got a link to a website, please put it in the chat and we'll put it on the Discord later. And better yet, put it in the Discord because I believe you're on my Discord as well. At least I hope you are. If you're not, please jump in there and say hi. But I thought you were part of the Discord group. I can't remember. I apologize. I'm big and dumb. Um, but I wanted to give some kudos to David Jarvis and uh, Hal McLean, Matt Conklin Jr., and Patrick Smith. They're the team behind Interface Zero. And like I said, they are amazing guys. So um, I'm going to create I'm going to create an invite Oh, and at the end by 7 days, I'm gonna make this good for it never expires. Why? Because I like it that way. All right, copy. All right, I'm going to put this in here. This is a link to my Discord. If you're not familiar, we uh, we talk a lot about RPGs on the Discords, and it's super cool. We really enjoy it. We have right now there's 48 people online, and I think we have another 132 that are offline right now. So we're like sitting at about 180 people. Yeah, exactly. 180 people. So it's a small Discord. It's nothing fancy, but it is a cool family. We don't talk politics. We don't talk religion. We don't talk anything but tabletop RPGs. There's a miniature section. There's a PC and console section to talk about games, and I keep those divided. And I am pretty, some of the guys will tell you, I'm pretty hot and heavy on keeping it organized. I don't like cross pollination of the streams, as they say, because that's how you summon Thule, and we can't have that. You can't have the gatekeeper. It's just it's bad. But all joking aside, it's a great community. Discord is great. I run games on Discord. I play in a couple games. I'm playing in my friend David's game, and I'm having a blast. So yeah, you can come in there and look for. We have a look for group, to find a game and all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, if you haven't been a part of the Discord, please jump in there and say hi. We got super nice people and everything. So anyway, got sidetracked. Um, Interface Zero 3.0. Don't cross the streams. That's right, Alan. Uh, is phenomenal. I mean, it's really well written. And like I said, David has had many health issues. He's been dealing with a lot of stuff, and he's had tons of health issues, but he's been a super nice guy. So, and he's been very transparent with the Kickstarter community and letting us know where he's at, what he's working on, and the delays. And, of course, there's always going to be those people that are, screw you. I want my product. I paid for it. It's 2 years late. And I get that. They have, to be honest, they have every right to be upset. But also, I think when a game designer and a publisher is being transparent and telling you what's going on and, sharing things behind the scenes with you, I think you have to cut them a little slack. And David has been more than forthcoming with the delays that have happened with uh, Interface Zero. I don't know, maybe Brad or Alan, you guys can open up a browser and go to Kickstarter and see when it was supposed to be delivered, and we can get a time frame. I think it's been 2 years now. It may be three. I'm not quite sure. And that's sad. Obviously you've tied up some money, and I gotta say I'm only I think $30 into the Kickstarter, but that's because I was a previous backer of 2.0, so I got a discount, and that's I think it was $30 for both physical books. And I mean, look at this. This book is chunky. I mean, this is quality material right here. And the art in here is phenomenal. And what prompted this is this earlier this afternoon, I posted a couple of images from the player's guide. And I was just like, I was blown away by the art. I got an email saying that it had been updated. And so, and of course, the nice thing about drive through is if you buy the PDF, whenever there's updates, you get those updates for free. They don't charge you for those. So once you buy the book, it's yours, and as updates and things come out, you get those for free. So that's pretty awesome. You can't beat that. And I like that. I see my chat is out of the screen here, but it wasn't so much about the chat. I wanted to highlight, here's the cover for the player's guide. Um, and like I said, the art is phenomenal. It is a PDF. I'm not a huge fan of PDFs. I have bad eyes. And I have a 32-inch monitor here. It's a TCL TV, so it's a smart TV, and I use it as two computer monitors. They're on a V-mounted arm, so they're two independent. I can move them, raise them, lower, swivel them. I can do whatever I want, and it's pretty solid. And I'm very happy with the setup. I would like to get a larger monitor. They do make a new one now that is square instead of pan and scan. Like instead of the 16:9 ratio, it's more of a rectangle, and it's really for content creators and stuff. You can split the screen in half, and you can have, the top screen be like you're recording and everything, and then the bottom screen can be, what you're showing on your screen or whatever. And it's really well done. And that may be in the future. So let's see here. Alan Bray, ETA for 3 was August 2019. Yeah, so obviously June for the PDF. He was obviously late on all of those. August for the print. Yeah, is super behind. Obviously, we're in 2023, and we're in the second halfway through the second month of 2023. So yeah, he's 4 years behind, almost 4 years behind. So, but like I said, he's been very upfront about the delays and the issues that he's had. You gotta move the stream over to that side. No, I like it on this side. Um, so I just wanted to kind of go through the books and show everybody, because some people haven't seen this, and it's by far the best Savage Worlds cyberpunk, type game that you can get right now. And maybe throw some support this guy's way. Like I said, he's having very many health challenges, but he's been transparent the whole time. Um, you know, he's doing his best. He's had some serious health issues and mental issues, and he's a bang up, super nice guy. His forward in here is pretty cool. And it's just, when your rules are so good that the company that made the original game, the game mechanics you're using, says go use his rules, you've got something there. And that's what happened with his matrix or his net running rules, his hacking rules. I couldn't think of the word earlier. His cyber hacking rules are so good for Savage Worlds that Pinnacle, Shane Lacey Hensley, and Jody Black and Clint Black said, go use these rules. They're far better than anything we've put out. That right there is, that's like Chef Ramsay saying your food is good. It's you're happy. I'm a foodie. I watch a lot of food cooking shows. But yeah, this is we're looking at, for the player's guide, 273 pages of color. The art in here is phenomenal. There's one or two pieces I don't particularly care for, but that's just me. But here's what appears to be London, and I mean, that's just, if that doesn't scream cyberpunk, I don't know what does. Um, and then we go into, I mean, and boom, we jump right into character creation by page 16, and campaign themes. He's throwing everything at you right off the bat, just like cyberpunk would. Fast and furious. Dive right in. Here's some terms, everything that you need. I would love to run this, and I think more importantly, to be honest, I would rather play this. I would love to be a player in this, because you can make, his books are so extensive. You can make the character you want to make, and you can play an uplifted animal. You can play a human 2.0, which is genetically altered humans. You can play a pure strain human, just a normal everyday Joe Blow. You can play a full conversion Borg. This brings the best of like Cyberpunk, Shadowrun, all those games together. Mona Lisa Overdrive, all of that stuff is all in here. You can see how it's really infused this. Yeah, Aaron, the campaign themes in here are phenomenal. Uh, and what's nice is, if Janice User, we are talking about Interface Zero 3.0 by David Jarvis and Gunmetal Games. Um, so yeah, that's what we're kind of talking about. I had posted a couple of pieces of art from the latest updated PDF that was updated earlier today, and a lot of people were like, "Wow, that's cool," on the Discord. I'm sorry, I apologize, I can't talk. And so we're just talking about it, and the fact that David Jarvis, the designer and publisher and creator of Interface Zero, his health challenges that he's gone through for the last 3-4 years, and why these books are so delayed. And I, for one, am willing to wait, because looking at these PDFs, they are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm okay waiting another year if they don't, come out in time or whatever. Well, they're obviously late. They're like 3 years late right now, but I'm okay with that, because he's making phenomenal stuff, and he's really trying to give us a quality product. And I know Some people will say it's intolerable that he's this late. So I think we said August of 2019 was when the book was supposed to be out. June for the PDF, August for print. And I think I got my player's guide. I still don't have my GM's guide. There's two books. There's this one and the GM's guide. I don't have the GM's guide. Uh, Janice, thanks for jumping in the chat and asking questions. I appreciate that. Further up, if you scroll up in the chat, there's a link to my Discord where we talk about RPGs all day long. So if you're not part of the Discord, please hop on there. We're trying to grow the mini army, or the mini horde, as I don't remember who coined that phrase now, but somebody did. Yeah, so we have a pretty active Discord, as well as Mr. Mean Speaks, which is my YouTube channel where I talk about RPGs. But I wanted to do a live chat tonight because I wanted to bring some attention to David, and the products that he makes. He makes phenomenal products, and Interface 2.0 is still readily available. I think you can even still get it in print, and it's phenomenal. So I just wanted to kind of go through the books and show everybody the quality of these books. I'm going to make this a little bigger, and then I'm going to move this over here. I mean, hopefully you guys can see that on the screen and it looks good. Let me know if that looks good. Alan is saying, when the creators communicate what's going on, I'm happy. I've backed a few Kickstarters that are years late and we are getting ghosted. Oh man, let's not even go there. I've had two that have really hosed me over, and I'm not thrilled about it. I'm gonna, oops, where's my, let me go here. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. You guys know what I look like in my ugly mug. So I'm gonna get that out of the frame like that. Hopefully that look shows up a little bit better. And then I will get my Discord. Looks like my web page froze. Restore chat. I don't know what's going on. We're having a bit of a rainstorm here, so can you guys still hear me? My screen froze up, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'm confused. It doesn't take much, guys. I'm not that smart. It's a good thing I can lift heavy things because, well, I'll leave it at that. I'll do this. Restore the chat. And pop it back out. There we go. It's a fine, even though I have two big old monitors, I still having a hard time with stuff. I'm not that smart, guys. 11 people watching, so awesome. That's pretty cool. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you, Janice. I'm glad my sound is okay. I've been fighting with this sound bug and OBS. I have these Rode mics. I'm sure you can see it, and these things sound phenomenal when they work. But when I first started the stream, I sounded like I was in the Matrix. I was all pixelated, I guess would be the best word. But yeah, so hopefully this is showing up on the screen nice and large now. I'm going to put that over there. There we go. Yeah, okay, it's out of the way now. Good. All righty. What's Aaron saying here? And remember, guys, there's about a 10-second delay. Yeah, the 3.3 went out to backers. So if you weren't a backer, you're not going to get the 3.3. As a matter of fact, I believe this is the, let's see, let's go back to the beginning. I think this is the 3.0 version. I think you had to be a backer. Well, it's Interface 3.0, but they're on revision 3.3. And I don't know if this will say, yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to say. It might say, let's go to the, pardon me for all the scrolling around. Let's see. Look at that art, man. It's phenomenal. There's your DNA spliced player characters. So yeah, you can play furries if that's your thing. Yeah, it doesn't say, so rats. Sorry for all the skipping around. But yeah, you can play uplifted animals. You can play cyborgs. Aaron's a backer. Aaron, you should have got an email earlier today. I got it saying that 3.3 was available for download, and where to send your feedback if you read through it. And I think this hopefully may be the final revision. This is the PDF. This is the 3.0. I think this is the 2. I'm not sure. I don't know which revision it is. And it doesn't say up there. Just oh, this is version 1. So this is an even older version. I should probably go to drive-through and download the latest version. But like, if you want to, this is fully hyperlinked, so you can go to a bodyguard. It's going to take you right to the bodyguard. There it is right there. So it's fully hyperlinked. I got the email. Huh? Yeah, I don't know, Errant. I'm like I said, I did it on my iPad, so I don't want to bore people here to death with me going through my email and everything. But I did want to take a look at the book. Since this one's may not be readily available, let's take a peek at the this one. This is the Game Master's Guide. Look at that cover. Is that not dynamic? I mean, we got a Borg or a robot going ape shit, and it's a cool cover. This is 385 pages, so you're getting some bang for your buck with this. Can everybody see that okay? Let me see. Let me check OBS. Oh, yeah, I can move it over a little bit. And then bring this over. It's fine because my screens don't look exactly the same as the layout is. So it's a little playing around with it. And see, Janice, I don't remember seeing your name anywhere. I don't know if you're on the Discard. Cristiano, ¿qué pasó, amigo? I hope you're doing well, my friend. But Janice, welcome to the group. We're a bunch of nerds. We love RPGs. I don't know if you can see the bookshelf behind me, but I got a lot of books, and I got tons of boxes on either side of me. And my wife teases me that if I buy another book, she's going to kill me. But let's see here. We got a bunch of. Let's go through This is the GM's book. Yeah, the cover looks amazing. Is this? Let me check and I'll let you know there. Aaron, he wants to know if the setting rules chapter is before the gear section in the PDF. So let me pull that up and go back and we'll look at the index. There we go. And he's asking if the setting rules chapter is before gear. So let's see, Walmart, there's the gear. So that's on page 43. So setting rules is after the gear. So I must have a very old copy. Oh, Janice, you're not on the Discord. Shame, shame. Well, if you're in the Discord and it's your thing, hit us up. We have a very active channel. A lot of the people in here are actually on the channel, so that's very nice of them to come support me. I'm just a goofy dad, wonderful wife, a beautiful autistic little boy that is amazing. And I do this to kind of support some income and help out my family, and we have a lot of fun with it. And every once in a while, the little guy, the Munchkin, just turned 60. You missed it earlier if you watched from the beginning. He lost a tooth and had to come in here and tell me about it, which was awesome. He's 6, so he is my apple. So yeah, sometimes he helps host the channel as a little munch should. Okay, yeah. So he moved the setting rules before the gear chapter. So yeah, I have obviously an older version and a mean guy. That's right, Cristiano. Don't forget Mr. Mean. One of us, one of us. Janice, they're throwing in some. They're telling you to drink the Kool-Aid and jump onto the channel there. Alan says my wife is waiting for my shelves to collapse. I'll be crushed under the weight of all my books and board games. I never got on the board game train. It just and I'm just not. My wife isn't into board games. She doesn't play role playing games. She'll play a board game here and there, but it's not really her cup of tea. We'll play Scrabble or Blockus, which is a good German game from Europe that we really enjoy. So we'll play that every once in a while. So yeah. Oh, and Errant says version 3.3 is 345 pages. So yeah, they've increased the table of contents by quite a bit because we're sitting at 273 pages for the player's guide, and this is version 1. So yeah, I need to go update my books. I don't know what the GM's guide is on. I'm not even sure. I think this was available. You could buy this off the website, off a drive-through. Aaron, can you confirm that? If you can buy this off a drive through right now, I think you can. But again, fully hyper indexed, so hyperlinked, so we can go to corporate trappings, city trappings, the genre. This is all building your city. This is the GM's book. This is, if you're going to run the game, this is the book you need. A lot of sample corporations. I'm a huge fan of Low Life 2090 by Pickpocket Press. And I have stolen stuff out of here for my Low Life 2090 games. So yeah, that's how good this is. I think, what is it? The old saying, thievery is the sincerest form of flattery, or whatever that is. So yeah, Happy Time Foods is pretty awesome. Go read that if you don't have it. It's pretty funny. Um, and there's all kinds of toolkits for the GM to make things, safe houses for your players to escape to. So lots of security systems here, virtual reality. I mean, this book is just chock full at almost 400 pages. And there may be an update to this one. I don't know. I haven't checked. I probably should have done that. Bad host. I do apologize. Yeah, Brad says he loves Low Life 2090. Yeah, Low Life 2090. If you haven't checked it out, I think if you mix Low Life and Interface, you have probably the most amazing source material for your tabletop cyberpunk style game. Uh, because I love the simplicity of the interface, or Low Life rules. They kind of an OSR type thing. Oh, the GM's Guide is on drive-through for $15 right now, guys. So like I said, if you scroll up in the chat there, I put a link to my affiliate link for drive-through RPG. So if you click on that link and then you go find the book, you'll get a little discount for supporting the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, perfection. TTBS. Hey, all, I want to play this. Yeah, you and me both, TTBS. Tell me, man, do I get 300 XP? Have I leveled up yet? TTBS is a follower of the channel, and he always, Alan Bray says, Shadowrun without the crap mechanics. Oh my God, you are so correct. Uh, and Arendt is saying that David Jarvis, the author, is going to be updating the GM guide like he has the player's guide next. That is awesome. I would love to get a physical copy. I'm just worried that my player's guide is already out of date, because who knows what version this is. I would imagine this is like 1.0 or something. It doesn't say in here. I guess I could tell by the yeah, this is the old version, because the Walmart catalog is before the settings, the system setting. That's okay. You know what? I'm still happy I have the book. 300 XP, bro. Man, I haven't have I leveled up yet? Oh man. Aaron says the GM book is so good. Yeah, we're looking at it right now on the screen. Hopefully you guys can see it. You know what, Janice? I might actually do that. I'm in the middle of Janice is saying if you're on Discord, you should organize a game of Interface Zero. Well, Janice, only if you're going to join the channel and play, because I don't want to do all this hard work for nothing. Uh, but yeah, it's I'm running Castles and Crusades right now on Wednesday night, and then Thursday night I'm in another game of we're playing Shadow of the Demon Lord, but we're using the Midgard setting by Kobold Press. And it's so far we had our first session, and we had two sessions. We had a session 0, and then we had the actual first play session. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. We're using Foundry. There's a fan made module, and it was a blast. So far, I'm looking forward to this Thursday night, where I'm actually a player. The Castles and Crusades game, I am the GM, and I think we're in our 6th or 7th session. Uh, TTBS says no, because I asked if I leveled up yet, because every time he watches one of my videos, he says 300 XP. So I was razzing him, saying, did I level up yet? And he says, no, make another Savage Worlds video, complete this quest, and you will level up. Buddy, challenge accepted. I think it's about time to do another video on maybe Shinetar. I don't think I've ever done a video on Shinetar. So, and you can still get everything for Shinetar on Drive Through RPG. And shameless plug, use my affiliate link, help the channel out. Love your show. Always selling. That's right, Cristiano. I got a show, baby. I gotta make that cabbage. I trust me, it's peanuts. I don't make any money off of this. And what little bit of money I do make either goes to my kid or goes back into the channel. So I use the money to buy these. So um, and I had to finance them. I couldn't even buy it outright. I had to make 3 easy payments of $49.99. No, it was great. Janice, I will run a game. I will run a game for you. Probably a Monday night game. That would be the best night for me right now because my weekends are booked. Um, and Wednesday and Thursday nights are booked. So it would be maybe a one shot, maybe a two shot. I don't do very good at the one shot games for some reason. I'm very long winded. I love to talk. I do silly voices. Some of these guys in the channel here will tell you they've gamed with me, and I try to have fun with it. I think the whole point is to have fun. Thank you, TTBS. Yeah, I agree. There is nothing shameless about promoting your own stuff. A manager, my sergeant years ago in the army told me you have to self cheerlead because no one else is going to cheerlead for you, and I do believe that. So it's not shameless to advertise. Monday nights work. Janice says, "All right, so now we've got to convince TTBS, Cristiano, Errant, and Alan and Brad to all sign up and play for Monday night for maybe a two shot, and we'll use pre-generated characters, unless everybody has the books and wants to make their own characters, which they're welcome. 352 pages for the GM's guide. That's amazing. Yeah, because I'm right now. Wait, is that for the player's guide or the GM's guide? Because my GM's guide is 385 pages, unless they've trimmed some fat, which I don't know. But you guys let me know. And like I said, there's about a 5 to 10 second delay from me talking to YouTube, getting it up there, going through all the stuff. But yeah, Biohunters, this is an awesome section. You know, this is a Biohunter campaign theme. Janice, if you scroll up towards the beginning of the chat there in YouTube, you will see my affiliate link. And you know what? Let me see if it's still on my clipboard. No, that's the Discord. Well, there's the Discord link. I will get you the affiliate link unless you found it, or if somebody else has it real quick. If you go to my YouTube channel and you check any of my videos, it's in the notes as well for my YouTube. My YouTube channel is Mr. Mean Speaks. And like I said, I've got over 400 videos, so not all of them are the greatest quality because it's over the span of many, many years I've done this. You work until 5 p.m. CST. Well, I'm in the CST zone as well, and I am not free until usually after 7:30 when we start getting my son ready for bed. So, yeah, that's not a problem, TTBS. We can accommodate you. We'll play through Discord. I love everyone to have a microphone and a camera, but I understand some people are camera shy and I don't record my games just because some people don't like that pressure. But I like to see everybody's face when I GM. That's just kind of my thing. I like to get your reactions and stuff. So, but back to the Game Master's Guide. There is so much good stuff in here. The art is phenomenal, of course. I think you really nailed the art and the gritty feel. Um, it's done really well. Trapping foes, fear. I mean, you got mechanics in here for everything. And again, this is the GM's book, so this is more for GMs and not players. But I mean, players might find something useful in it, and like it's not even available in hardback yet, unless Drive-Thru has put something on there. Arian Dragon says I was going to get a new camera, a new cam. I'm assuming you mean camera, but your car decided it needed 3 new tires. I like that. Priorities, man. Priorities. You gotta take care of it. TTBS says he's in for the Interface Zero game. I don't believe they have a data set or a module for Interface Zero, but we could use the core Savage Worlds rules. I did run a one-shot Titan Effect game for some of my followers, and we just used Discord and cameras. And I had the cards here, and I flipped them all out and everything. And to be honest, it went pretty smooth. It was Theater of the Mind, which is probably what we'll do. And yep, that is correct, Janice. That is the correct one. So yes. You have found it. You get a um, oh, they don't have disc or there we go. There you go, Janice. Alan says, that's it, Janice. Yeah. So we have entangler ammo, which is cool when you got to catch them alive. Ranged weapon tables. This is all just like GM stuff. Look at psychic powers. Amazing. Really. I guess I better get to be reading the rules really solid so I can run this for you guys because it sounds like people want a game and I'm down. I am so down to run this because I think it's a great setting. Excuse me, I apologize. High rent district. So I mean, this is a big book. I don't want to go through the whole thing. Is there any section dirty turtles? I don't know what I just turned on to. Uh, and yes, Janice, you can play a furry if that's your cup of tea. You can play enough uplifted or genetically altered human that looks like a feline, and you can have cat powers, nails, the whole 9 yards. And you can build. I mean, I don't know how much you know about Savage Worlds, but if you know the setting, you can pretty much build a character you want. So I will make sure that I download. Let's do it. Uh, you don't own the Savage World rules, Errant? Well, you know what? They're available on drive-through, and you could use my affiliate link, and you can pick those rules up. They are awesome. Before the dark times, yes, before the dark times. Uh, Security guards, obviously, there's a bunch of stats. Savage Worlds is to me, is a super fast, slick. Well, it's FFF, right? Fast, fun, and furious. Is the tagline for Savage Worlds. I believe I have, yeah, here's the core book of Savage Worlds. And Janice, here's the player's guide. Now, like I said, this is the older version. You want to get the PDF, which it sounds like you're picking up right now. So yeah, make sure you get the latest version. Usually drive-through is very good about replacing them as long as the author has done that. And David Jarvis, the author, has done that. So you should have I need to go download. I haven't done it on this computer. My iPad has the latest version, but this one doesn't. And this was a very impromptu video that I just wanted to you know get out there real quick to I wanted to bring some support to David and maybe drive some sales. Again, super cool art. Now what's cool is this is one of the beginning art pieces that he originally shared as concept art for the game, and it's a 2-page piece of art, so you can see it right there. And it's you slick or you suck. uh Something the system. I'm sure it was not a nice word, but instead it was replaced with a smiley face. So, amazing piece of art. Really well done. What? No cake? And then Biggie rules. So yeah, really, really slick. Campaign themes is what somebody was mentioning earlier that they really like the themes that are in here, and it's really well done. There's a whole bunch of setting rules. Um, and I always like to play that you guys are fighting the corpse, right? You're fighting the good fight. I ran a low life 2090 one shot when the game had first come out to help support the game, and it was a lot of fun. The players were they were hired by this anonymous corporation to track down a signal that belonged to somebody, and they was property of the corp, and they wanted it back. Now the corp didn't tell them that it just happened to be a living human being. It was a little girl. Uh, okay, Aaron says 3.3 is the version on drive-through. That's for the GM screen or for the player's guide, or GM screen, the GM's guide or the player's guide or both. Let us know. Um, and the players didn't know that it was a like 8-year-old little girl that they'd been harvesting organs out of, and she was very sickly, and they lived in the ghetto, and they had a tracker, and all they knew that they were supposed to track the package down. The little girl was referred to as the package, and they never told her. So basically, it came up as a crisis of conscience. Do they turn the little girl over to the corp? Or do they tell the corp to get bent and now become wanted outlaws, at least with that corp? They actually there, it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. It was I think a 2-night adventure, and they actually turned the little girl over, but they felt horrible. So it was a lot of fun. I love giving players that quandary. And yes, I have the GM book on the screen. I'm sorry. I think we probably should swap back to the player's guide, because that's what's probably of the most interest to everybody watching the stream right now. Uh, hey, the Esoteric Order of Nerdity. Welcome, dude, or dudette. I believe it's a dude, if I remember correctly, but I'm not that smart again. Not that it matters. You're a person, and I thank you for watching. So let's jump back to the player's guide. Let's see, is this the player's guide? Yeah, this is the player's guide. So I love the like fake computer, settings here, like you're on a tablet or something, or you're looking at a screen. But again, let's look at the Walmart catalog. So this is the old version. I do apologize. The newer version is going to be in slightly different order, as Errant pointed out. And thank you, Errant, for doing all the hard work there. Um, yes, I am a guy. Well, that's good to know, Esoteric. We appreciate you watching, man. So yeah, here's all the cool stuff. You can get basic equipment, and it's the cost and the weight and yada yada yada. I say for the Monday night game, I know I have plans next week, but let's shoot for the following Monday. So 2 weeks from this Monday. I think that should be early March. So that first, let me pull down a calendar here. Putting it up. Look, it's Valentine's Day. Don't mess up, guys. Let's see. Monday. Where's Monday? So Monday the 6th. I'm going to put it on my calendar right now. Run IZ 3.0 for Discord. Peeps. All right, guys, it's on my calendar. It's written in stone. It's going to happen. Janice, I believe the player's guide is 3.3 is the latest version. Let me get my calendar out of the way there. So I hope that helps. And like I said, you should purchase whatever the latest version is, uh, and drive-through puts it up there automatically. Hopefully, you were able to find my affiliate link and use that. It would be super awesome. But here's all the gear. Look, we got domestic beer. We've got all the priorities. It is 3.3, says Errant Dragon. So thank you, Dragon, for pointing that out. That was super kind of you. I'm going to drop my table down to sitting. I've been standing, and for those that don't know, I'm an old fart and my back is killing me. And I work outside in heavy construction. The nice part is I'm the manager, so I'm the supervisor. So there we go. So hopefully your view hasn't changed. Everything looks okay. Still looking down on me. Janice says, oh, wait. Esoteric of Nerdity says, if you like the layout of that book, you might like Nova Praxis. Nova Praxis is excellent. I actually kickstarted that as well. What time on March 6th? I'm going to put it in the chat here, but I'm going to say, and I'm a nerd because I'm ex-military, so I'm going to use military time. CST, that's 7:30 p.m. CST. There you go. Yeah, Esoteric, you are absolutely correct. Nova Praxis, and I have the book sitting on the shelf over there, is phenomenal, really good. Unfortunately, the guy, I don't think he put out anything else. I don't remember. Um, oh, and the player's guide is version 3 is the name of the file, but it's actually 3.3. I think we've already confirmed that. Um, I'm in Minnesota, Janice, so I'm in the land of the frozen north. So barring that we're not in a snowstorm or a tundra, my internet's pretty stable, and I have usually no problems running games for the internet. Tactical radio. This is the Walmart. It's a play on Walmart, obviously, but that's what he calls his catalog. He was going to do one. I think one of the Kickstarter stretch goals was I think it was a separate Walmart catalog. He was going to do a physical book. I don't know if the one for 2.0 came out or not. He doesn't label it 3.3 like that, but the version 3 and the end of the file is the .3 of 3.3. Yeah. Cool. It sounds like Janice got it. So congratulations. I hope brings you hours of reading. It's a good read on top of that. It's a very well done book. Um, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought there. I don't know what I was talking about, guys. Anyway, uh, oh yeah, Walmart. He was supposed to come out with a separate book, but I think what he decided to do because of all of his health issues is he decided to include the Walmart inside the player's guide. I think that is the plan. Brad said, I backed this. It looks rad. Brad, are you talking about Interface Zero? Yes, Interface Zero is rad. That's why we're talking about it. You lost me. I'm not quite sure. Guys, got to remember there's 5 to 10 second delay between YouTube and Discord, or not Discord, OBS. Words, they're hard, guys. Don't get old. That's all I got to say. Let's see. Yeah, I see where I am. So we got 7 people watching. We've been streaming for about an hour, so that's awesome. We did have 11 people, so some people dropped, but that's okay. It's not for everybody. Does anybody have any other questions or anything you want me to highlight in the book or anything? This thing is completely hypertext, so we can go to whatever section you want to go to. Pardon me while I scroll and give everybody vertigo. At least I got a good mouse. Yes, Aaron, I did read that post that he wanted to do. Oh, Vast Grim on Kickstarter. It's a sci-fi horror. Well, Brad, put a link in the chat there, buddy. You know the rule. You're on my Discord. You know the rule. Janice, and for anybody new here, I have a golden rule. It's great to talk about RPGs and everything, but don't assume everybody knows what you're talking about. So if there's a Kickstarter or a game system that you like, don't assume everybody knows it. Throw a link up so that everybody can do their own research instead of asking a billion questions. I've never heard of Vast Grim. I don't know what that is. It's on Kickstarter. I've been off of Kickstarter for the last year. Only been a couple things that I have backed. For the most part, I'm staying away from Kickstarter. We're trying to buy a house, so I don't want to spend any more money than I have to. Yes, Janice, as you're trolling through my videos, you'll see that I have the 20th edition of Call of Cthulhu, leather-bound cover edition, and I have the 30th edition. 30-year edition of Call of Cthulhu. So yes, I have played them. I love them fondly. I don't like GMing them. I'm not a horror GM. It's not my cup of tea. I prefer games like Interface Zero, Pathfinder Second Edition, Shine Tar. Different fantasies. My channel is very strong in supporting the indie community, and that's what I like. Yes, Cities Without Numbers looks like it's going to be very, very cool. Kevin Crawford is a super nice guy, and it's going to be a cyberpunk and a board. I didn't know about the board game. Uh, her request. Let's see. So, Totems of the Dead. I don't know what that is. Janice, what do you mean you're deep into them? Wow, I don't know what you mean. If you're talking to me or somebody posting in the chat, sorry, it can get a little confusing. And like I said, I'm not smart. The board game is for the Homeworld Fleet Command. Oh yeah. Alan Bray says he's backed almost everything by Kevin Crawford. I think it's Stars Without Numbers and Worlds Without Numbers. I have both of those, and I've enjoyed both of them immensely. They're a very good read, but they are huge books. Uh, I've never played the Homeworld video games only because they're not on console, and I'm a console gamer. I have a gaming PC which is up for sale right now on Facebook. If you go to my channel, you can see that I'm selling it. I just don't use it. I'm a Mac guy. I got a Mac Mini M2 and I love it. Oh, Call of Cthulhu. Yes, Janice. I don't know if you can see the library behind me, but that bookshelf is 8 feet tall and 5 feet wide, and it's packed. Would I run Black Iron by Feral Games Inc., Errant? I've ran it a number of times. It is one of my favorite dark fantasy games. I'm waiting for him to do his D100 edition. He has a new mechanic, a D100 mechanic. I'm very much a fan of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. I've ran many campaigns in Warhammer. It is one of my all-time favorite RPGs. Every version except for the Fantasy Flight board game, The Abomination, that will not be named again on this channel. But every other version of Warhammer, Green Ronin's version, I absolutely adore. I have every book for it. And then, of course, Cubicle 7 has done a bang up job. I just finished up a campaign about, it went a good 6, 7 months. Um, let's see here. What are people saying? I can't keep up with the chat. Would you run Black? Oh, yeah, Errant. Yes, I would run Black Iron. Worlds Without Numbers, one shot with Windmark was awesome. Yes, that was you and me, Brad. That was a lot of fun. And Aaron says the Black Iron is a horror game, in my opinion. So you do run. Yeah, you know what, Dragon, I'm going to give you that. And I ran the beginning adventure in the back of the book. I have the D6 version. I am not a fan of 5e mechanics in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it's a bad game. It's just not the game for me. Um, and so I supported the D6 version on the Kickstarter, and I like that version. And if you've watched my channel, you know I'm not a huge fan of D6 mechanics, but I did like Jay's mechanic. But he's decided to drop that version. He's doing a new version of the Black Iron that is going to be a D100 percentage system. And I'm not sure, I think he said it's coming to Kickstarter. And so I will back that one when it comes because I want the physical hardback book. I like 5e games that are not D&D. Yeah, yeah. I'm a big fan of Esper Genesis by Alligator Alley. I ran a short campaign of that when it first came out, and I did enjoy it. I tried to run it a couple of months ago over the summer, last summer, and it just didn't have the same feel. My tastes have changed, as you get older. I'm a grognard, I'll be 56 this summer. So I'm just not a fan of 5e mechanics. I think they're meh, which is weird because I love Pathfinder Second Edition, which is, kind of it's got its roots in 3.5. Isn't Cubicle 7 coming out with a new system after the whole OGL thing? They have jumped on Kobold Press's The Black Flag, uh, and they are doing a Warhammer 40K using a variant of the Warhammer Fantasy RPG rules. So I'm definitely looking for that because I love the lore of Warhammer 40K. I don't like playing the miniatures game. I love the miniatures. I don't like the mechanics. I don't like arguing with my friends. I think that's not friendship. That's just arguing. And I'm not a big fan of that. So yeah, they are coming out with a 40K version. I think they did jump on the Black Flag for Kobold Press's new imprint of Creative Commons or their OGL, the Orc license. Let's see. Errant Dragon says Nightfell. He meant Nightfall. Is awesome. It's a good dark 5e fantasy setting. Oh, Nightfell. Oh, you're talking about a 5e setting. I don't know that setting, sir. I've never played it. I don't keep my pulse to fifth edition. My finger to the pulse of fifth edition. It's just not my cup of tea. Into a vast grim, into oblivion. If somebody puts a link in the chat there, I'll definitely check it out. Or join the Discord and put a link in the Discord. C20 RPG system. That's fine. Oh, okay. So Cubicle 7 or C7, as I like to call them, has announced their own C20. Get it? D20, C20. Cubicle 20 RPG system that is 5e compatible. Yeah, I really have no interest in it. Maybe it's an amazing setting, and I might pick it up or maybe get a PDF. The nice part about running this YouTube channel and doing what I do is sometimes I do get free stuff, and a lot of times I raffle it off to my Patreons, and then they get some cool stuff. I think Brad, or not Brad, but Alan Bray, I think he the bought Sin from me. I think it was Alan. I know Alan's gotten a couple books. People have bought books from me, or and all I do is ask you to pay the shipping. So let's see, I did put 85 in the trash pile of games. Eric Dragon says he put D&D 5e in the trash pile of games not to play. Well, I mean, there's a lot of hate right now going towards WotC and Hasbro, and admittedly so, they brought it on themselves. But I don't know if you saw the Roll20 stats, but D&D is again the top. Last week it was not the top game being played on Roll20. This week it's back to being the top game. So gamers are fickle. Gamers want to play. Gamers want a game, so they're going to play what they can play. I live in Duluth, Minnesota, and I can tell you, you can't find any other game but D&D. I've been trying to get a Pathfinder game at the local game store for about a year now, and I've had one person show interest. I've even gone down there with the beginner's box and had it set out with pre-gens ready to go, and posted on the site, 3 weeks in advance saying I was going to be there at this date and this time, and nobody showed. It's just this is, a lot of places are D&D towns because people want to play what they're familiar with and what they know. And of course, Critical Role, that's a huge influence on D&D, so I get it. It's just like I said. So I look to Foundry as my VTT of choice, and Discord. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up. Gene Funk 2090 is really cool. Cyber biopunk RPG that uses it. Yeah, I've never even heard of that. Alan Bray got Cult for me. The company that made Cult reached out to me. It was, I think, the third or fourth edition of Cult. They reached out to me to see if I would review it, and they sent me everything. It was quite a chunk of books, and I did the review. I read the books. I did enjoy them. It was a little too dark for me, being a parent and a husband. I'm not into certain concepts that Cult kind of promotes. It's dealing with your own inner id and your demons and stuff like that, and the veil. It's a very unique game system, and for those that like it, they'll love it. But it just wasn't my cup of tea. But Alan did take it off my hands. Uh, I play an orc in Warhammer 40K game. That'll be awesome. Pretty excited uh, for the Henry Cavill 40K series too. Is that going to be a movie? I've seen some blurbs about it, but I don't know much. If it's going to be a tabletop RPG, and with Cubicle 7 making their own version of the 40K RPG, because they do have the Games Workshop license and they are authorized to make games, as long as Games Workshop approves them. The only problem is, just like when Green Ronin was doing it, it takes forever for them to sign off on stuff. So I'm not looking forward to the delay. And I'm, like I said, I'm not a PDF fan, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to deal with that, and which sucks because I love Dark Heresy and all those games. I love that cover. That is a great cover. Uh, let's see. WotC and Hasbro shot themselves in the foot with that interview where the VP said white guys like him can't leave the hobby fast enough. Yeah, that guy, I'd be surprised if he's not fired by the end of the week for his comments, but you never know. Hasbro, and look what they're doing to Magic now. It's just crazy. But anyway, let's see. Solo RPG says this is a good thing about going solo. Nothing but D&D here, but there are tons of great non D&D games out there for people should try. I totally agree, Solo. And if you're enjoying D&D or 5e, more power to you, man. It's one of the things I commonly say about my channel is role-playing games are for fun. And if everybody at the table's murder hobos and everybody's having fun, you're doing it right. If everybody at the table is hardcore role players, like Critical Role, and the combat's not their thing, and they're playing their character and they're having fun, you're doing it right. Uh, 40K TV streaming series, cool. Well, Brad, I'll definitely keep an eye on that. Uh, Yes, Dragon, I am definitely digging. I watched an interview the other day with one of the lead designers at Cubicle 7 for the 40K game, and I was pleasantly surprised at where they're going. And if you follow, there's a show out of Ireland called On the Tabletop. They do a lot of live streams and very high production value, and they do a Let's Play, and they play the 40K, and it was a lot of fun to watch. And it was really well done. So I have high hopes for the rule set. Uh, is it cool? Yes, it is totally cool, Errant Dragon. I think if you don't have it, it sounds like Janice already about it. Who has a link to the guy that said white guys like him couldn't leave the Janice, if you just do a Hasbro and WotC, D&D news, you'll pull it up. It's horrible. The guy is a schmuck. But yeah, I've just started reading Rune by Gilla RPG. It's a solo RPG and it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing 5 parsecs from home and 5 leagues from the Borderlands, and I'm enjoying both very much. I'm more into the painting the miniatures right now, but reading the books is pretty. I haven't started playing it, but my plan is to paint enough miniatures and then start playing it. But back onto the topic of Savage Worlds, the Player's Guide to Interface Zero. This is a phenomenal Kyle Brink. Yeah. So Janice, if you just do a Google search for Kyle Brink, you'll find his interview where he's an idiot. Um, it's oh god, it's 9:30, so it's getting late. How long have we been recording? Does anybody have any questions about Interface Zero since we have the player's guide up? Is there anything anybody wants to see? We have been recording for an hour and 15, almost 16 minutes. So yeah, we're trucking along. We're going to wrap it up here pretty soon, though, because I am getting tired, and 5 o'clock comes early in the morning. The Walmart catalog we took a look at, armor augmentations. Again, everything is broken down, everything is hyperlinked. You can get to any of this stuff. As you can see, it's all hyperlinks. Weapons, melee weapons. There's mecha in here, so yeah, Janice, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Like I said, the guy is a schmuck. When you see the interview, it's horrible. Um, Errant is asking the rest of the people what characters they would make as a PC. Man, I don't think you can go wrong. So here's your races right here. You have an android, a bioroid, cyborg, human 1.0, human 2.0, and hybrid. So hybrids are your genetically spliced with an animal. And they give you some big ones, big cat, tiger, leopard, panther, a capra, which is your antelope, your goat, canine, dog, fox, wolf, a piscine, which is your fishes, delphinid, killer whales, pilot whales, etc., reptilia. I mean, you name it. Rhino, God, that would be me right there. Although I could see going for a polar bear because I tease my wife that I'm half polar bear because I like the cold. Um, yeah, but a beaver or a rat or a squirrel would be solid. There's the rhino dude right there. Super cool. Ooh, so Esoteric Order of Nerdity states that the Totems of the Dead is a sword and sorcery setting for Savage Worlds that takes place in a fantasy version of pre-Columbian America, but there is also Amazon skin changers, Atlanteans, Chinese, and Vikings. Oh my God. And Russian colonists, because why not? Tovrach, do svidanya. Uh, but that sounds like the kitchen sink there, Esoteric Order of Nerdity. Again, if you have a link to it, throw it down in there in the chat. That might be something I might be slightly interested in. So there's your rat, and there's your squirrel or whatever. Yeah, Errant, it does sound fantastic. I like the rhino guy, and of course he's got big heavy armor with a huge gun. Um, yeah, so the rich and the filthy, modified edges. So it even tells you what edges are good and what edges are bad. Background edges for you can tune in your character to exactly you want to play. And I think it's just done really well. So I'm definitely going to start reading. I know the Savage World rules. I can run that with the back of my hand. But I'll definitely have to uh, grease the old brain. And I think what I'll do is I have 3.3 for the player's guide on my tablet, but I'll get the Mac here updated to the newest version. Make sure that I'm have the right reference ready because I'm not quite sure what all's changing here. I'm a little sad. It miffs me a little bit when a book, is useless, but this is not useless. But it just irks me that we're on a 3.3 And I think he rushed to get this printed just to keep the people happy. And I wish he wouldn't have done that. I wish he would have waited until the final version and we got it complete, because, you know, this book is all out of order now. So if I'm sitting here using this book and Janice is, you know, on her iPad or her computer and she's using the 3.3 version, and I'm saying, no, the rules are on page 27. Page 27 in her book is completely different from page 27. But I do like having the hardback book. So I am glad that I have it. I just wish he would have waited and we got a complete book. But again, I supported him and I still support David Jarvis, and I hope you guys will too. It's nice to see Janice appears to have bought a copy. So, yeah, I think we're going to be set. Aaron Dragon says, I think he put too much pressure on himself to get the book out when he could. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. He really did. And I'm just sad that he did that, because I think the PDF, like I said, I skimmed through it today and it looked phenomenal. The formatting was a little off, like pages of art that were supposed to be a full page splat, you know, that would cover both pages, were like on this page and then the next page. So, you know, but it's a PDF and he can update it anytime he wants, and, you know, make it perfect. Like so, and what I mean by that, what I'm talking about is, and you know, I passed it and I can't get to it now. Here it is. So this is what we call a full page spread, right? It's got art on both sides of the pages, but in the PDF that I got, now maybe it's been fixed since then. When you turn, so on the PDF, this page is on here, and then this page is on the next page. So when you're flipping through it and you're in full pane, you know, you're doing a wide view like this, the art doesn't sync up right. So hopefully he fixes that. I was going to send him a message, I just haven't done it, but hopefully that'll get fixed in the next update, because I don't think 3.3 is going to be the final version. The nice part then, again, like I said before, is when you buy these books as a PDF off a drive-through, you get the updates. And for those that don't know, when you go to drive-through, let me see, let's go here. Let me show this to people. This is my stream right now, so hopefully you guys can see the screen. But when you go to drive-through, right, and you go to your library, you have a updated only that you can view. So you can go to that and it'll show you the things that have been updated that you have not downloaded yet. So you can see I've got a ton of stuff. I got a couple things to check out. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense to everybody. So yeah, make sure you go to your My Library and drive through and you go to updated only and you'll see the books. But and I bet if I scroll down far enough, I'll find Interface Zero and see if I do. Yeah, no doubt. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, there's nothing in there for me. So I downloaded the latest version, like I said, on my iPad. So yeah, I'll get this off the screen so you don't have to see that poor guy break your cameras and everything, you know. Um, so it is getting late, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching, for the great conversation. Um, and it's been amazing. We got some new viewers and everything, so that is always awesome. But I am, as the image shows, I'm dragging ass. Don't get old, kids. It's no fun. But I want to thank everybody, as always. Like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. Join the Discord, obviously. Thank you so much. I think everybody here pretty much is on the Discord. But I'll go on the Discord here in a minute, and this will be published everywhere. Aaron Dragon, you have a great night. Janice, you have a great night. Brad, Alan Bray, everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. Let's see, Brad, Larry Hott, thank you, man, for watching. Solo RPG guy, thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you've got a spare $5 a month and you want to help support the channel, I'm on Patreon. There's links in the doobly doo. And as always, peace and hair grease. And remember, Mr. Mean says, be nice, guys. I'm going to fade to black here. You guys have a wonderful evening, and Thanks so much for the stimulating conversation. TTBS 300 XP to you, bro. Janice, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had fun, and I look forward to chatting with you on Discord. Everybody have a great night.